Hello there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2026 reading. We are going to have a look at some energies activating for the month ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. August is a very spiritual month, one of a lot of insight, a lot of growth, some healing, some portals opening for you. We are in eclipse season here, guys. But we do start out right before the eclipses. We start out with a portal opening for you, the Lion's Gate portal. You may or may not have heard of this one. The peak of the energy is on August 8th, but the portal does open on July 26th and closes August 12th. This particular Lion's Gate portal is infused with extra sunshiny energy because we've got we've got Jupiter, in the sign of Leo. So this is bold, brave, courageous. You get clarity and insight. We've got some extra energy boost there. But the Lionsgate portal is a cosmic alignment. It goes way, way back into ancient Egyptian times when our spiritual sun Sirius aligns with the sun in Leo, Orion's belt, and the earth. It's actually also in alignment with the pyramids as well. So it's really cool. It is tied back to the flooding of the Nile in a time of abundance and prosperity. So it's a really great energy here for um, really connecting with our spiritual selves, right? Spiritual growth, heightened intuition, a lot of transformation energy, but amplified manifestation potential opens up here. So take advantage of that. But again, it peaks on 8/8, 8th month on the 8th day. Then on the 12th, the same day that Lionsgate portal is closing, we've got another portal opening, and that is our solar eclipse. And that is a new moon in the sign of Leo. Now, a new moon in Leo is pretty awesome energy typically anyway, right? Leo energy. Leo is about, number one, the sun rules Leo. Okay, so we do have that kind of amplified energy anyway. This can be where we do get some clarity, but Leo energy is courageous, bold, brave, gets out of your comfort zone, especially with Jupiter in the sign of Leo at this time as well. And so this can be super exciting. A solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. Okay, so really a great, great, great time to focus on your goals, your dreams. Dream big here, guys, right? So you just never know. It's a good time to do some shadow work, some cleansing and clearing, but also realign yourself with your dreams and your desires. We have a lunar eclipse, which is a full moon in Pisces, and this is on the 27th. Okay, so full moons really are about closure, letting go. Okay, we're very much trying to break away from the past. We've got a bright future opening up for us all, especially collectively. And you are part of the core group that is front and center of this, right? There's going to be groups of people that aren't ready to recognize or embrace this energy because they're still stuck in maybe a different timeline. And that's okay, right? They're living their journey, they're living their path, right? But you're on a different path. And so this can be really exciting for you. So you're really in tune with some of this energy at this time. But eclipses can open doors. They are a portal. We can close the portal, right? We can say, nope, not anymore. I'm reclaiming my sovereignty, and we can move forward and really find freedom from past habits, patterns, and energies, right? We can find healing from those, but we can also open the portal to something new and wonderful and magnificent. Eclipses do bring about fated changes, fated events, whether this is walking away from something old or opening that path to something new. Portals of opportunity, unexpected endings, and spiritual resets. So big, powerful energy here through the month of August. And, it's almost like this big reset after the intensity that has been following us around for the last few months. And it's like, whew, maybe you've breathed a sigh of relief. Well, let's see what the cards have in store for you. And we have, oh, wonderful. Okay. So we've got the rock bottom card. All right. But it is in the reverse. Okay. So a reversal of fortunes. If you have been in a situation where you feel as though you've hit rock bottom or things just can't get any worse, all right, you're starting to reverse that energy, okay? So this is a time of growth, of opportunity, of digging yourself out of a hole, perhaps, and seeing a lot of positive possibilities for the future. This can just be a feeling that you've been having, right? It's like, can things get any worse? And maybe it's not necessarily just you. It may be, you're caught up in a news cycle or maybe a million micro news cycles, right? And so this is where we see a ladder of hope, okay, on the horizon, whether it's internally in our own personal world, or whether it's maybe globally, okay? Turning point, right? Big, big turning point here. Something may have come to an end, all right? You've been trying to deal with it. And this is where you are starting to come out of a grief period as well. And it's like a little bit of a breath of fresh air. We also have Ride the Wave. Okay, we've got some fun-loving dolphins up there. You gotta like this card. Ride the wave. Get out and have some fun. Number one, go with the flow, right? Because just like dolphins riding the waves or surfers catching a wave, right? They're in the flow, right? They're not resisting that tidal wave, because if they were going to resist it, they would fall into it and they probably have some aches and pains. So instead, we're going to catch that wave. We're going to ride it. We're going to have fun. We're going to live our best life, and we're going to be in the flow. So it's wonderful energy, right? So again, if, things have felt a little dreary, this is where things maybe start to turn around a little bit for you. Okay. Water is tied with your emotions. Water is tied with spiritual energy, but also water can bring cleansing, purifying, healing energy here as well. We have friends and colleagues. We've got people energy coming out here for you. So perhaps for some of you, part of the way you have fun is to connect with other people. It's a great month to get out there to do some networking, or just to get out and have some fun and spend some time with the people whose company that you enjoy. Maybe go out for dinner or have a picnic in the park. If you get an invitation to go somewhere, this is a good month to go and do that. Remember, we are in Leo season, right? So we want to have fun, right? Not take life quite so seriously. Yes, there's serious things that we need to deal with in life, but we've got to let things go sometimes. We've got to go out and have a good time, right? And you are a sign, yes, you can be very serious about things, but you also like the sparkly things in life. So go and embrace some of the sparkly things. But this can be a good time for some of you if you're looking for like a career change, or maybe you're single and you're maybe ready to meet some new people. It's a great month for that. You just never know what kind of connections you might meet. And remember, with eclipses, we can have some fated meetings, some fated events going on. So if you listen to your intuition, okay? Because you might be the type of person, sometimes you get an invitation to go somewhere, and then a week later when the day comes, you're like, oh, I just don't feel like getting dressed now. I just don't feel like going. So if you're one of those people that sometimes ditches out, maybe just kind of take a few deep breaths. Is that just like kind of your human side kind of getting in the way, or is your intuition nudging you to go? Right? There's so many times that, I've had invitations to go somewhere, and, when the day finally comes, maybe I've had a hard day at work, or, maybe I just don't feel people-y that day. And sure enough, once I get that little nudge to kind of go out the door, I'm glad that I went. Even though I would have, been happy enough to, sit on my couch under my blanket, cuddling with my cats and watching a movie, right? So sometimes, it does you good to kind of go against, against your human propensity to sit on the couch and watch a movie. Okay, because some good things can come of that. We've got happy success. So we've got part number 8, consciousness. All right. Think positive and positive things will happen. Okay. Some of you could have something really wonderful happening for you this month. Whether it's just an invitation and you go out and you have a good time and it brings you happiness and joy, which shifts your energy. Whether you make a connection that has the potential to take you somewhere a little bit different, a little bit better, whatever it is. Maybe you just celebrate your success, that, oh my goodness, I've walked away from this situation and I feel good, right? It may have been hard to do and it may have been a long time coming, but now you feel good, right? So whatever it is, celebrate your success, but also embrace this optimistic, positive vibe, okay, that's trying to come in here for you. And we've got letting go. Okay, so a little bit of a theme. Okay, we're letting something go so new things can come in. And you see, these portals, these doors are trying to open for her on the card. Something keeps pulling her back. Little puppy dogs nipping at her ankles, right? But they're trying to pull her back. And all she needs to do to go through that door is to let go. Okay, so whatever you've been holding on to, it's probably, sometimes fear-based. We can have a lot of different fears. We can have fear of, thank you, a fear of being in the spotlight, a fear of failure. Sometimes we have a fear of success, right? So whatever those fears or worries are, it's time to let them go and walk forward down your path. Let's see what else we've got here. This one flipped out. We've got the Four of Wands. We like the Four of Wands. That's an excellent energy. The Four of Wands is a very people-y energy. It is one of celebration and having a good time. And, so maybe you get invited to celebrate someone else's success, right? And, it's the vibe is high and everyone's having fun and you're meeting people and making new connections, perhaps, right? But the Four of Wands can also be tied to your goals. It's a higher level of commitment, whether it's in a relationship or a job, but it's taking something to the next level. Four of Wands brings in some stability and security, some success and abundance into your life. Excellent time. Okay, but it is also known as your 1111 card, right? Making a wish and knowing that it is going to happen for you. So whether you have your dreams coming true or whether you are just standing on the precipice of this open door and all you need to do is walk through it, okay, it can be very exciting times coming in. We have the King of Cups, Ace of Cups, lovely, Nine of Wands, and we have the Hermit. Okay, so your Hermit is the biggest energy that's coming in there for you. Okay, now the Hermit can bring a few things. It can bring healing. Wonderful, right? We got some healing with the Hermit. The Hermit also brings in a time of spiritual growth, meditation, reflection, soul searching. Okay. It is also a solitary energy. So sometimes we do need our quiet space, our alone time to heal from things, okay? Or to see things in a different perspective, right? Or to figure out what my next step should be, right? But this can also be a time, where, especially with the Hermit coming out, this can be a time of where you figure out your purpose. We go into Hermit energy, Hermit mode, meditation, reflection, contemplation. And sometimes we receive the answers that maybe we didn't know we were looking for, but this is like, why am I here kind of energy? What is my purpose of life? It's different for every single person. And you just might figure that out. Isn't that wonderful? Right? So really kind of open yourself up to hearing those messages. Great, great, great month for embracing in some spiritual connection, especially with all these portals opening and the eclipses. Eclipses can be very unpredictable. Okay, they can be wonderful, but they can be very unpredictable as well, right? So we got to go in the flow and ride the wave, right? But the Hermit card also is Virgo energy. And Virgo energy is about our health, happiness, and well-being on many levels. It is also the things that we do day by day, right? Sometimes, because Virgo is representative of the sixth house in astrology, which is our daily patterns, habits, routines, our work, what we do for a living. Some of you maybe are considering a career change. You may be figuring out what that looks like for you. Okay, but by doing little small changes, by doing something a little bit different, as something new, we've got the Ace of Cups here. This can bring you more health and happiness into your life. So we let go of some old habit and we make little small changes. And the Ace of Cups, right, can bring peace and forgiveness and healing, but it can also bring happiness and joy and new beginnings and something better than what you had. Yes, it can be a part of love as well, but we can love ourselves, we can love other people, right? Or we can do things that we love, right? So it's really a focal point there with that one. Like I said, we've got the King of Cups here as well, but we also have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands and the Hermit side by side, they're both card nines. And this can really represent that maybe the latter part of the month with that full moon in Pisces may be a really pivotal time for you, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's like a final ending, a final closure. But it can also be a very solitary energy, a very healing energy, and a very spiritual energy here as well. So take yourself out of the mix a little bit, especially at the end of the month, and slow down a little bit, because this can be kind of pointing that this is a very important time for you to work with that lunar eclipse, the full moon in Pisces. Okay, can be really transformative and very insightful, a deeper connection with spirit, with your higher self, with the angelic realm, whatever you choose to connect with there. And that might be where you get some answers. But the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups, some of you are getting engaged or married or entering a new relationship. Congratulations. You might be meeting a new friend. Congratulations there as well. You may also make a new business connection here also. And this can, whatever you do for a living right now, this can maybe bring you to a higher place or a better place, or hopefully both, right? Because it's very creative energy, and maybe you've just been chasing money, which is fine and in alignment with your sign, but you're also ruled by Venus, right? And so Venus, yes, can be money, but Venus is also about love and fulfillment and attracting things to you and resources. So you could have those presenting themselves to you here as well. Okay, so remember to rest. The Nine of Wands can be about working really hard, and you get tired and drained. So again, the Ace of Cups is like love yourself. Okay, take care of your own energy, and the Hermit energy here as well is like, okay, take a break when you need to. Find some solitary moments when you need to refresh your energy. That way we still have the energy to go out and do the things that we want to do and have some fun. So this can be some really awesome energy coming in here for you. The only kind of hiccup there will be that Nine of Wands, okay, which can be a little bit of skepticism. It can be about waiting for the other shoe to drop. It can be one of, again, needing some R&R, but it is also one of seeing a cycle through to completion. So, so again, there's something here that may be coming to an end for you. It may just be about letting go so that you can move through those portals, those doors. And it may be something that brings you some success, right? What you've been working so hard to achieve, right, may finally be done, right? So whether it's a do-it-yourself project or something with your career path or just life in general, okay, it's you don't give up, you never give up. And here you are at the finish line, so celebrate your successes. Let's grab you a couple, thank you, last cards here. Oh, good Lord. These are jumping for you guys. Thank you very much. They're lively. See, I don't have reversals in here, so we have empathy coming in here. A tortoise or a turtle, empathy. Tortoises represent slow and steady energy, right? Putting one foot in front of the other and getting to your finish line. This can also represent, of course, the keyword there is empathy. Show your, don't just be empathetic for other people, but like show yourself a little bit of caring. Okay, empathize with yourself maybe. But there could be someone that comes along that does empathize with you, or that you connect to in a certain way. You're embracing the embodiment of the energy of empathy, and that can be very tied with the lunar eclipse full moon in Pisces, very empathetic signs. So this can be some very, very big healing and understanding We've got love here as well. I love that. And understanding. Didn't I just say that? There we go. Empathy, love, and understanding. And we do have a King of Cups there and an Ace of Cups. So this can be, again, a time of healing for you. This can be a time where you get into, you really connect with your emotions in a healthy way. Okay, you love yourself. All right, maybe, maybe you understand that, maybe, you could perhaps be getting some deep insights here, especially with the Hermit card coming out, because you could be figuring out the whys of something, or see in reflection, see that something negative that may have happened to you is actually a positive here in the moment, because you have a deeper wisdom and understanding, and it's maybe brought you to a place where you can understand people a little bit better. Anyway, but there may also be a person that is here for you. You might already know them, but they might be brand new, especially with that Ace of Cups. And you form a deep, deep bond with this person. Something just clicks. All right. So whether it's deepening a bond with someone you know, or meeting someone new, and it's not necessarily, it's not an energy of sparks flying. That's chemistry, that's attraction, but that fire, that flame can sometimes die out. This is deeper than that. Okay. This is like, I know you, right? And so you may be recognizing aspects of yourself in another in a really positive way. So this can be interesting. Again, it can be a friend, but it can also be like some romantic interest there. So very interesting. I'd love to know what that is for you. And again, it is eclipse season, so interesting things can always happen. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I do hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. Even if all you do is hit the like button on this video, it does help me. It does help the video get seen. It helps to break down the almighty algorithm there, because basically by the thumbs up, you are telling creators that you like the video, and other people will as well. But if you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button as well. Also free for you. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month ahead. I'll see you guys later. Bye.